Ladies and gentlemen,
Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 EBEONADI103.5FM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9.
Okay, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share right through the subscribe button right there. You're up.
AKA Metal on M1 at 103.5 FM. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
On the morning drive.
103.5 FM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebon at the 103.5 FM. Today, the 25th day of November 2024. Today is Monday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebon at the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us. You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on the Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Speaker Otedola orders Lord Lanre Miller at book launch on lottery sector. Nigeria leads with a 5.91% cases of identity thefts in Africa. Southern Kaduna community seeks a military base to curb banditry, kidnapping. Akwa Ibom orders approved into boarding schools after viral video on poor meals. Experts rally media practitioners to artificial intelligence for industry growth. Probe 57 billion naira missing in humanitarian ministry. Socio-economic rights and accountability project tells Tinubu. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency nabbs businessman for ingesting 90 pellets of cocaine. Army recovers 80,000 liters of stolen diesel in Niger Delta operations. Nigeria needs extra $180 million to fund agri sector, says NADF. CDHR marks 1,000 days of Bamise Ayonwola's unsolved murder, demands justice. Minister lists poor power supply, others as obstacles to business growth. Minister lists poor power supply, others as obstacles to business growth. Group faults Judge over comments on articles of presidential bid. US FDI inflow to Nigeria has increased, says Consul General. The national question: stakeholders honor Akane, urge federal government on elements of nationhood. Sokoto inaugurates Hisba cause, urges service, professionalism. O2 commits to national electrification mandate. PSC laws detectives for rejecting 174 million naira bribe, recovering 10 million naira from commuters. Sanwo-Olu pledges good environment for businesses. Enugu to host 23rd National Sports Festival. Opeboro sets up 14-member panel to investigate Obaseki. Lagos hails Supreme Court ruling on lottery regulation. Lagos State takes over EFCC forgery case against Alakeja, daughter-in-law. Delta Monarch urges approve of security agencies aiding oil theft. Envoy harps on role of democracy in promoting unity. Nigeria to exit money laundering grey list, says NFIU. Stakeholders insist aging pipelines account for 50% oil spills. Nigeria leads with 5.91% cases of identity theft in Africa. Experts rally media practitioners to artificial intelligence for industry growth. Group empowers Kaba traders with financial support, engages community leaders. Nasima OPS caution on arbitrary taxation. Newspaper launches community report award to empower journalists. Group raises alarm over rising debt profile. 8 students with hearing disabilities back first class at Wesley Varsity. Glow illuminates Banana Island to kick off Yuletide celebration. HURMA falls alleged imposition of market leader in Ibobo, Bayeku. Police in Nasarawa arrest a suspect for defrauding job seekers. Experts recommend alternatives to combat antimicrobial resistance. Group recommits to strengthening Nigeria-India relations. Police arrest witch doctor suspect for armed robbery, kidnapping in Anambra. Alumni kicks as University of Ibadan constructs new Senate building at Heritage Park. Nigeria's oldest Catholic priest dies at 104 years. European Union partners rivers communities, pushes for crime-free environment, embrace integrity, selflessness. NIPR president tells Nigerian leaders. Single tenor bill not solution to Nigeria's challenges. Analysts. Peter Obi empowers 25 youths with 7.5 million naira. French man who sleeps with 400 deadly animals seek refuge for his collections. Zamfara man impregnates a 15-year-old daughter in Cross River. Stakeholders lament rice price surge despite tax waiver. Court sentenced internet fraudster to 9 years imprisonment in Maiduguri. Nigeria on verge of exiting FATF money laundering grey list. NFIU. HOS launches 4 policy to reposition civil service. HOS launches 4 policies to reposition civil service. Nasarawa police arrest suspect for fraudulent job offers using Commissioner of Police name. Building future of agriculture. AT Farms and Field Limited's new initiative. Okumbo backs American Varsity honorary doctorate degree in leadership. Tinubu champions NEL funds role in education at Admiralty University's third convocation. Oshun CJ faces NJC panel over alleged abuse of office. Get actively involved in politics. Group charges Southeast women. Police hunt for woman for allegedly killing 65-year-old in Ogun. Social workers indispensable to our development humanitarian response, says the federal government. Articles criticisms of Tinubu's loan request a desperate drive for public validation. Northern group. Bayelsa bans ethnic, tribal traders associations in markets. 65,848 women benefited from Kaduna government cash transfer scheme. Sani 2 on trial for petrol theft. Kanu Hisba to resume crackdown on betting shops after court ruling. Kogi embarks on housing, urban renewal roadshow. Gunmen abduct journalists' relatives in Kogi, demand 50 million naira ransom. Reps accuses former aide of forgery, impersonation. 27-year-old man jailed 7 years for cultism. Odua's investment surviving test of time, falling short of expectations. Opeboro accuses Obaseki of secret recruitment, suspends civil service hiring. Foundation donates sanitary products to 300 Abuja students. And that's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. 7 tips on health benefits of Moringa. Stakeholders push for quick rehabilitation of Abia's longest road. Africaness. Winners Chapel empowers churches. Sokoto partners Saudi Arabia on Islamic propagation. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Leadership newspaper. This morning, Development Commission, Northern Christians commend Senate. Bandits kill 7 Niger vigilantes, escorting farm produce. Aisha Babangida trains 1,000 women entrepreneurs as pledges to build businesses. Tinubu, Buhari part of accidental leadership circle, Kuka. Citadel of indiscipline. Nigeria's sanitation crisis. Experts differ over safety of GMO foods. NMPCL, Dangote retailers agree to end fuel supply crisis. I could have been a drug addict. Obasanjo, VK, Bello, Osagi, Nyako, Brain Jota, others nominated for CEO's Network Africa Awards 2024. Access Bank to tackle very dark man says no 500 million naira missing from customers' account. APC shies Makinde over alleged conversion of library to shops. Libel. British court orders investigative journalist Houdin to pay £95,000 as damages. We are creating room for young Nigerians to improve their employability. Alausa. 2027 opposition lawmakers raise alarm over plot to weaken PDP with Damagun stay. Leicester City sack Steve Cooper. Ebonyi, don't stiff opposition's voice. Change your government's direction. Group tells Mwifuru. Salah scores twice to send Liverpool's 8-point clear in a Premier League. Knowledge is one of the fundamental things missing in Nigeria. Kuka. Opeboro restores full statutory rights to Oba of Benin. Nimet partners governments to tackle climate change. Dangote refinery reduces fuel price to 970 naira per litre. Anti-money laundering. Nigeria moves to exit FAFT grey list. Nigeria's oldest Catholic priest, Olegbe, dies at 104. Nigeria, Brazil sign a memorandum of understanding to boost agribusiness in 774 local government areas. Governor Otu begs Cross River workers to shelve a planned 2-day strike. Creative economy, a cornerstone of my diversification agenda. Tinubu, Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests a businessman at Enugu Airport for ingesting 90 wraps of cocaine. Cristiano Ronaldo slams critics who says he's finished. Common dating mistakes to avoid early in relationships. Local Lagos state government harps on early warning system to tackle climate change. Adeleke invites Obasanjo Makinde to commission projects in Osun. Tinubu hails Yabatek for driving entrepreneurial development. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Essential tips for moms to take care of their young ones. The power of music. How different genres can boost your mood. Case against children collecting gifts from friends. A parenting perspective. Understanding food tolerance, allergies, a comprehensive guide to nutrition wellness. National Veterans Games, Abia maintain winning streak as Ibadan, Kanu, Lagos struggle. Bauchi prioritizes health education in 2025 budget, MBA Cup. Antetokounmpo stars as Bucks defeat Pacers 117. Get artificial limbs in KB. Struggling with joint pain, discover effective ways to find relief. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to Vanguard newspaper. Buhari oppressed, remove Onoge just to secure second term. Clark, farmer, beats suspected thief to death, injures others. Accidental leadership. Obasanjo, Buhari, Tinubu, others unprepared. Kuka, petrol, 58% price differences, fuel smuggling to neighboring countries. Ekpa's arrest, not solution to insecurity in Southeast. Igbo elders, leaders. Allegation of missing fund on True, Access Bank, Heritage Bank, why some customers are yet to be paid. Insure deposits, NDIC. Bishop T.D. Jake stable after suffering medical emergency during Sunday sermon. We didn't abandon Ifeanyi Uba, Senate. Clark hails Chief Justice of Nigeria over Onoge's acquittal on false asset declaration charges. Governorship, not family inheritance. Lagos PDP rejects Cheyi Tinubu endorsement. Opeburu unveils 14-man panel to probe Obaseki. Buhari oppressed, removed Onoge just to secure second term. Clark. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Socio-economic rights and accountability project to Tinubu probe alleged missing 57 billion naira in humanitarian affairs ministry. Punish offenders. Governorship, not family inheritance. We've taken this. Degrees from Togo, Benin. Fear grips federal civil servants over sack claims. Fear for your future. Mike Bamiloye warns critics of men of God. World agrees to $300 billion climate finance deal at Copa 29. Saving costs, shopping malls go empty as shoppers adopt free delivery options. CCT chairman sacked, Senate goofed, senior lawyers. Why my husband married me a second time. Maria. Police recover 7 unexploded bombs in Brunu. UK-based Nigerian man cancels wedding over 3.5 million naira bride price list. And that's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, We flip over to the Punch newspaper. Tinubu may present 2025 budget this week. Senate. Lagos hails Supreme Court judgment nullifying National Lottery Act. PDP governors, 24 state chairmen plotting to keep Damagun. Reps. Military destroys 34 illegal refineries and recovers 80,650 liters stolen crude. Socio-economic rights and accountability project demands approval of humanitarian ministries missing 57 billion naira. Non-governmental organizations offers 250 Makoko children free checkup. Bayelsa partners France to rehabilitate agri facilities. Pandev laws Tinubu for not withholding reverse allocation. Senate will subject Tinubu's tax bills to public scrutiny. Adaramodu, Paul Mill, Akwa Ibom suspends a principal, probes 25 boarding schools. Pastor Bakare holds 1 week London ministration. Evercare Hospital, MDCS promise world-class healthcare. PDP governors, 24 state chairmen plotting to keep Damagun. Reps. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Presidency tackles Kuka for tagging Tinubu accidental leader. Subsidy removal, Fintry, defense allocation spendings, Delta land dispute panel hears over 32 petitions. Opeburu's plan to prove Obaseki laughable, ex-governor's aide. NAFDAC warns against antibiotics misuse in animals, humans. Money laundering, NFIU celebrates Nigeria's improved FATF rating. Federal government tracks terrorist social media accounts. Oshun, Labour to sign new minimum wage agreement. Top doctors end strike to review federal government's response December 15th. Top doctors end strike to review federal government's response December 15th. Oyedepo's jet can't leave a private airstrip without clearance. Kiyamo. Lagos state government urges residents to protect infrastructure. Buhari removed ex-CJN Onoge to perpetrate electoral mischief. Clark. HOS cautions retirees against fraudulent investments. Non-governmental organization screens children for HIV, hepatitis. Oba of Benin to withdraw suit as Opeboro restores rights. My comment on ACF personal. Afenifere ex-spokesman. Reps may clash over Tinubu's $2.2 billion fresh loan Tuesday. Tinubu not accidental leader, presidency, replies Kuka. Bishop T.D. Jakes suffers health emergency during Sunday sermon. Senate did not abandon Ifeanyi spokesman. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. IMF feels Tinubu government not punishing Nigerians enough. Adebayo. National Assembly will pass Tinubu's tax reform bills. Jibrin. Bishop T.D. Jakes suffers health scare after some Sunday sermon. Northern Group praises Senate for stepping down confirmation of NWDC board. You are in challenging part of your career. Civil Service Boss wants new directors. Tinubu Buhari became Nigeria's president by accident. Bishop Kuka. Teachers to boycott Oyo Community School over attacks on colleagues. 13 killed as herdsmen launch fresh attack on Benue community. Nigeria's oldest Catholic priest, Thomas Olegbe, dies at 104. Troops sustain onslaught against Oyo thieves and recover 80,000 liters of stolen crude. Tinubu, you have no shame. Article's aid knocks Iwala. And that's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Burotai, how to achieve effective security architecture for Nigeria. Economy fully on rebound with Tinubu's reforms, says Omokri. Petrol price slashed by Dangote refinery. National Assembly will pass tax reform bill, says Honorable Jibrin. Tinubu to declare open 10th National Industrial Summit in Ilorin. Remain peaceful. Sanwo-Olu urges residents. Afro-Brazilians seek Nigerian citizenship. Entertainment lawyer Fabuyi wins Global Hero Award. 7 Up chief hints on SMEs can scale their businesses. HACEY enhances health awareness on Lagos BTN sales fair. Rotary Club of Ota raises funds for women's service. Council chairman more corrupt than governor, says Ngige. NIMET, NGF move to mitigate impact of climate-related disasters. Stakeholders hailed NASFA for upholding high standards, producing quality graduates. Foundation champions transformational leadership. Africaners, Winners Chapel empower churches to protect children. Residents decry illegal demolitions. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the Nation newspaper this morning, Agricultural Development Fund targets gender sensitive, climate smart financing. Council boss presents vehicles to monarchs. Jimo Ibrahim, Australian PM to speak at Oxford Conference. Glow kicks off Yuletide season on Banana Island with Starlight Night. Why we suspended strike by MDCAN president. Nigeria gets 5 upgrades to exit FATF's grey list. Creative economy central to our diversification agenda, says Tinubu. More schools in Niger, more schools in Niger Republic, Equatorial Guinea accredited for NECO's SSE BECE. Gambari was born to be a diplomat, says President. 10 African countries with higher salaries for workers. National Assembly will pass tax reform bill, says Honorable Jibrin. Transformation is inevitable in God's presence, says Pastor Daniel. Senate denies allegations of neglect during late Oba's burial. Senate denies allegations of neglect during late Oba's burial. University of Ibadan to construct new Senate building at Heritage Park. Gambari was born with taking place. Pandef commends Tinubu for releasing Rivers allocation amid Fubara Wike feud. Clark hails Chief Justice of Nigeria Kekere Ekun for resolving Onoge saga. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to This Day newspaper. Oil marketers strike deal with Dangote for daily supply of 28 million liters of petrol. Zenith Bank lights up Ajose Adogun Street, ushering in the Yuletide season. Lagos senior lawyers hail Supreme Court's judgment on National Lottery Act. One porter wants to flee. And still on the stories making the headlines on This Day newspaper this morning. Senator Lindsay Graham threatens UK, France, Canada, others with US sanctions if they aid ICC to arrest Netanyahu. Oil marketers strike deal with Dangote for daily supply of 28 million liters of petrol. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebon at the 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebon at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebon at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebon at the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel, Ogidi. Ndị East Ocean Petroleum and Gas Company Ogidi ji ohere a wee na-agwa ọhaneze ndị na-amaki akwụkwọ maka Fill Up and Win promo nke ha bidoro na Jenụwarị 2024 ka ha weta akwụkwọ ha maka na ogugo mgbe eji anakọsị akwụkwọ maka ndị ga-erite ihe nrite gụnyere minibus, motorcycle, generator, television, fan, refrigerator, microwave, akpa rice gasị na ihe ndị ọzọ. Fa na-agwa ndị niile ji akwụkwọ maka ihe nrite Fill Up and Win promo ka fa wetebe ya bụ akwụkwọ na East Ocean Petroleum and Gas Company's filling station nke dị na Ogidi tata wee ruo n'ụbọchị Sọnde bụ 1st December 2024. Onye ọbụla na-eweta ya bụ akwụkwọ ga-agba mbọ depụta afa ya, fon nọmba ya nakwa grupu ọ nọ n'ime ya gụnyere grupu keke, ọkada grup, private na bọs grup. A ga-eji wee nye ndị mmadụ ihe nrite minibus na ndị ọzọ ga-abụ Sọnde 22 December 2024. Ụbọchị ahụ bụ ihe rutere onye ka ọ ga-eji wee na. Maka ajụjụ kpọọ 08063496187 maọbụ 09161497322.
Ngoma kabisa ya na mengi. Dada imenyesha.
Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Na Papua production. When I was telling you, AJ radio drama, Erico. AJ radio drama, Erico, Ghana every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, upon at the 103.5 FM.
If you move by finish your business,
Amara ni denga di ramu. Goma kuna kada na ra ko na ni ri ko nai. Nke ka tu ke wona ala ma bu kuna ya ma ble si.
Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu. Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Nna una makwiba pole na keep azwa. Ija wele. Are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebunwa Mulunogidi land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageant. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise. Kunye.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Shukwu is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Residency Hotels Leofino Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia Dewa from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Nebiano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofino Ogidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in it, I want delicious meals, drinks, and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081-4567-8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why. Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask for an amagoroge, Mwakazialunde Hakim.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-6579-6599. We are on to this day newspaper. Senator Lindsey Graham threatens UK, France, Canada, others with US sanctions if they aid ICC to arrest Netanyahu. Federal government tax NSITF on subscription to employees' compensation scheme. Tinubu, creative economy, cornerstone of our administration's diversification agenda. Dangote, Hairs Holding, MTN, NLNG, Nesto, others shine at NECA's Excellent Awards. NSE, 40% of Nigeria's agri output lost to post-harvest activities. NSE, 40% of Nigeria's agri output lost to post-harvest activities. Zenith Bank lights up Ajose Adogun Street, ushering in the Yuletide season. Lagos, senior lawyers hail Supreme Court judgment on National Lottery Act. PDP governors to Tinubu review economic policies to end hardship. ACF rejects anti-Southern tag, says it also criticized Buhari's administration. Stock market up 0.11%, WOW as analysts predict mixed trading. Wale Adeni pushing the boundaries of revenue generation. Cooking gas out of reach for Nigerians as a prices soars 58.68 YOY. And that's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Buhari's removal of Onoge dent on Nigeria's democratic record, Clark tells CJN Kekere Ekun. Pandef hails Tinubu's decision not to withhold Rivers allocation. Insecurity. Peace Fund donates 1 million naira each to families of slain policemen in Enugu, Ebonyi. Transportation, a major challenge of Nigerian economy. Experts. Contributory Pensions Union worries over interference from NUP, Nigerian Union of Pensioners. New Archbishop Perez Tinubu's attendance at a joint Arab Islamic summit. Southwest speakers are principal officers to engage governors for full legislative autonomy. $1 trillion economy possible if Lagos government. $1 trillion economy possible if Lagos government. Bauchi Deputy Governor pledges support for National Committee on Boundary Harmonization. Olopa speaks as Civil Service Commissions hold a conference in Castina. Senate Deputy Minority Leader wants Nigerian elites to lead electoral reforms. Ekiti Governor partners MPC on digital birthday registration for children. Tap into digital revolution to promote entrepreneurship. Chrisland Vice Chancellor charges Nigerians. Kogi Judiciary to begin payment of minimum wage in November. CJ. And that's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. Now we'll flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message is coming from Comrade Manly Oduago from Odumobosi, and he says it's unfortunate that our democratic rights have not been used in such a way as to ensure that the right persons are chosen to lead our country. There will be more conspiracies in the future. What do Nigerians expect when money and power are at stake? There will always be conspiracies. Must we confuse silence for wisdom? We must not confuse good looks for efficiency, nor bravado for bravery. Not until we strictly adhere to these tenets, our journey to true nationhood will remain an utopian trip. May God help us. Comrade Manly Uduago from Odumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning. This one is coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Ofa Aguluzibo, and he says Kaduna cried out to army for incessant killing and kidnapping and Fulani militia. It's a welcome addition because our gallant soldiers always have been there to plunge into catastrophe. And for our Minister of Agriculture looking for money to boost agriculture is very laughable. What are the reason behind the borrowed money? Is it not to finance it? Dangote Oil Saga selling our God-given mineral rights to us at high cost is barbaric, and Kuka terms Tinubu accidental president is a welcome addition. He says because they agba n'aka eji eji enyo enya, that is agba n'aka ejilo enyo enya, and he says look at the way they are going about it, you will find out that they are not ready. The oldest priest died, may his soul rest in peace, amen. Killing in Benue is enough. Let our gallant soldiers come back and bring it to an end. We are watching as things unfold. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Valentine Edene from Mumpo, and it says, any prime minister or president of the country who chooses to be borrowing, creating an avenue for high taxation, removing subsidy without a second thought, making something difficult to masses, and doesn't care for citizen welfare can be weighted as someone who became president by accident. Valentine Edene from Mumpo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message. It's coming from Obiora from Okozu, and it says, the presidency tackles Kuka for saying the truth. Presidency tackles Obasanjo for saying the truth. Presidency tackles Atiku for saying the truth. Presidency tackles P2B for saying the truth. Nigeria presidency was formed by Buhari to back up his atrocities. Now, Tinubu have followed suit. People of the presidency are destroying this country. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Salome, and he is saying from Mumpo, just Simon Eba was not arrested. Okay, but that's misinformation because the records is there that he was arrested. Even the federal government of Nigeria have confirmed that he was arrested. From our WhatsApp portal, we'll flip over to our SMS portal. We have this message. It's coming from Onyudo from Nimo. And it says, it's high time the state government investigates these activities of these native doctors. Most of them are behind all these ritual killings that are going on in the state. Any of them found guilty should be brought to book. We cannot surrender our state to murderers in the name of traditional religion. This is the opinion of Onyudo from Nimo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have a message on our SMS portal this morning. It's coming from Ishe Mazi Izuogo from Awada, and he says, I back Kuka in saying that Tinubu is an accidental. Still on our SMS portal, this one coming from Ishiemazi Zogo from Awada says, I backed Kuka in saying that Tinubu is an accidental leader. Yes, Dangote reducing pump price to 970 is still so much high. God help us. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we also have this message is coming from Godwin Anyebunam from Umumbo. I am a local government area of Anambra State, and he says arrest of Simon Epa not solution to insecurity in the southeast as credited to Ohanes and Bibo is a welcome development. The government should brace up to bring an end to insecurity in the zone. The government is exhibiting an act of insensitivity as far as insecurity in the country is concerned. God is watching. Godwin Anyebunam from Umumbo. I am Elum local government area of Anambra State. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have a message. This one is coming from Mayor Onyen Jikoka, and he says Igbo leaders are happy over Epe arrest, and he says, "Well, I can't say anything. Believe me, sincerity. Okay, sincerely, if is where others are, within us that will be never okay. They will never be happy. Even if they were happy, they will never voice it out. They will be looking a way. They will be looking for a way to protect him. Igbo is looking for a way to kill their own brother. What have ever done? Well, that others have not done before, even 10 times in other side, and they hide it without exposing it because he's their brother. Igbo think twice. And he said, for this one, Mayor Onyenjikoka continued that says, when Christians are compiling to support Muslim ticket, that is what they expect. Small time now will be. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Mayor Njikoka. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning. Once is 7 o'clock, so keep a date and don't touch the dial of Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Once is 8:20 this morning. We'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blessed morning.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have everyone at the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebon at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebon at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebon at the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Omunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel, Ogidi. EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Napapoa production. Police for my business. When I was telling you, AJ radio drama, there we go. AJ radio drama, here we go. Gonna every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move by finish your business,
Amara ni lewa di la amo. Uno kuna kado na na ko na ni ri ko na e. Nke ka tu ke wona ala ma wuzu na ya ma bless you.
Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu, Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Now, are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebonwa Mulunogidi land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageants. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM. It's Martin Ifeanyi is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political
Ogidi's number one place for all type of events. Burunia they were from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Nediano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel, Leofino Gidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in Igitiaro, I want delicious meals, drinks, and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081-45-67-8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why. Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask for an amagoroge, Wakazian Mehaki.
Oge ndị mahịa bụ nnekwu ohere ewepụtara maka ịkwalite ebe ife mmetụ aka gị ma ụlọ azụmahịa gị. Mara na ihe dị mma n'anya bụ nwanne. Kedu uru oge ndị mahịa ga-abara gị?
Uru oge ndị mahịa ga-abara gị bụ site n'oge ndị mahịa ị ga-enweta nnukwu ohere akpọrọ discount n'ọnụ bekee maka ịkwalite ebe azụmahịa gị. mara na ya bụ ohere ga-amalite mgbe ọbụla ebe ọ na-adị wuchiri kpọmkwem n'ime ahịa.
Kedụzi ihe ị na-eche? Gbapụ ya ọsọ kpọtụrụ ndị 103.5 FM n'akara ekwentị ndị a na 08065796599 ọzọkwa na 08065796599. Oge ndị ime ahịa, oge nnukwu ohere.
Making money and dropping the I am money. Let's go.
It's the morning drive.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. You rock.